Communism versus liberty versus freedom. Okay. Let's go through this a little bit. First thing, William Mean here, 1799. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. And I'd love to have you on board. It's just subscribe anyway. Leave a little comment down below. And pass this along. We all know the Democrats are communists because they admit it. They admit it. Influenced and supported by outside this country. We know it because it's there. The three pillars of communism, this is only a rough draft that I conjured up through all the information I was able to dig up here, which is staggering, but I had to break it down here. So let's go through this. Part one, right? The culture, remove the culture, remove the history, create the chaos. Take its legal system and its political system to disrupt it. Take down its educational system. Use bad actors to create protests and unrest. Flood the country with illegals and criminals and murderers, rapists, drug dealers, and so forth. Take its economy, destroy it. Extreme violence against those who do not support. Disrupt or intervene through the communication system. Step one, right? Step two, take control of its people. Remove its Constitution, its freedoms, Bill of Rights. Disarm the American people through political and legal means. Disarm the people by force if necessary. Disarm the people through lethal force if necessary. Control of all transportation, freedom of movement, freedom of communication. Take control of his families. Take control of the children. Take control of their education. Change nouns, differences, identities. Step three. Remove all natural resources. Very simple. Strip the land of all natural resources. Fuel oil, natural gas, coal, coal mining, food, water, timber, farmland, gold, silver, platinum, lithium mines, copper mines. You can't get worse. And it's technology. And it's military. It's a communist slow takeover. We're seeing it here in real time. Everything that's happened here, now, is happening through a political party. By outside actors, by outside influencers that are handing funds to do this. Democrats admit that they are communists. They're anti-constitutionalist. They talk about democracy, but we're a federal constitutional republic. They don't believe in that. They believe we are a democracy and you must be part of the democracy. Or you're a threat. You can't make this stuff up. To strip freedom from people, the right to choose, the way they want to live, the right they want to be who they are, and force them into a world they don't want to be, is slavery. But they call all this crazy stuff like, it's crazy as it seems, public safety, public nuisance. You can't make this stuff up. Either you're with this or you're against this. So we're going to protest against people. We're going to attack against people like you. We're going to threaten against people like you. We're going to attack your tax dollars and support lawyers and attorneys who go after to protect these people in detention centers because they're American citizens. Meanwhile, you have to accept this. You will obey. You will do as you're told. We know what's best for you. You hear it all the time in the Democrat Party. White supremacists, white this, white that. Nazis and Gestapos and Hitlers and all this bullshit that they talk about. We need more gun control. We need to strip the people of the right to own a firearm. We need to change the educational system. We need to take down the Constitution and start a new history. And remove the old antiquated document that does not allow us to govern you the way we feel is necessary to govern you. Which other countries who are communist, fascist, and so forth, you need to comply. You need to assimilate. No more freedom. We decide what freedom is. We decide what your rights are. To what they call a fair justice system. Where does this come to a point? We ask ourselves this question. While they run around to the courts and saying that this redistricting is being thwarted by the courts need to be held accountable, we need term limits for the courts, we need to impeach justices who do not comply to the Democrat system or the party, the political empire, that we need to pack the courts, term limits to the courts. Well, I have one better. Term limits on the Democratic Party. Salary caps for them and their staff. We also need to have, and I'm pretty sure that it's work performance data. You have the same thing in private industry, where he sits you down, if you're a union member or non-union member, and they go over your yearly work report. We need to have that done to these politicians and these rhinos. Then we'll really know what they're doing. Because without no work report, without no salary cap, we don't know their performance. All we hear is their rhetoric. All we hear is their threats of violence against American citizens who obey what the Constitution gives us, who allows us to celebrate our rights and our freedoms. We have a 250 year coming up in here, the birth of our country, which the Democrats hate. They just don't hate Donald Trump. They hate the system, the way it's designed. Power corrupts. Total power corrupts absolutely. You cannot make this up. You cannot twist it. You cannot change it. But you can alter it. Change the course. Work performance program so that people can see what these politicians are doing is something that politicians do not want to do. They control blue states who are not friendly to firearms, nor are they friendly to people who believe in freedom and justice. Want to take your tax dollars, pay attorneys to go out there and protect these people in detention centers to keep them in this country, who have national warrants against them, to deport them back to their own countries to face prosecution, or of course lock them up, say, yeah, okay, fine, we'll release you to the public, don't worry about it, you're okay. But we'll turn around and tell you walked into a gun-free zone without a firearm and prosecute you. Well, you refuse to surrender your firearm under our laws. We're going to prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law. Well, politicians can break the law repeatedly over and over and over again, and there's no accountability to it. But I'd rather tell you that it's everybody else's fault and not theirs. You do the same things that they've done to this person, which is the President of the United States, in his first term. False accusations, lies, create false evidence. If anyone out here were to do that to someone or anyone, you face some serious jail time. But they do it and get a walk away from it. They lie to the American people. Is that fair? No. Think about it. Think hard. Till then, keep your friends and family close. Do not be afraid to defend yourself, and think about that for a minute. Think of what communism really is. And think they're trying to break us down from within. That's what they do here. And we'll catch you around. Take care.